right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talking Softball with Beach. I am your host, Erica Beach. Welcome to the party. We have a lot to talk about. We've got SEC play coming up this weekend. We've got a lot of good matchups. We've got some movement on the top 25. So much fun. We are now entering week 5. This is a week 4 wrap up / recap. The story, especially coming off of last week, is who is still undefeated. And we are still looking at Lady Vols on top, Tennessee, 20-0. Impressive. Congratulations. Well done. We've got Alabama, who is 20-0. Kudos to you, Crimson Tide. And we've got Grand Canyon University, who is 22-0. We've still got 3 holding strong. Well done to all of our undefeated teams. So with conference ramping up, coming here this week and then moving into the next few weeks, a lot of big matchups will be coming our way. We had the preseason tournaments, all really, really, really good. You guys saw like how many insane matchups there were during those tournaments. Some of the top 25 kind of notable moves this week. The D1 softball poll probably has the most variations that I've seen as far as the largest leaps and drops. On the D1 softball poll, some of the notable drops would be Florida dropping from 4 down to 9. Alabama rose 3. Oklahoma State rose 3. Virginia rose 4. Stanford dropped 7. So that was a big one. ASU rose up 3 spots. And then new on the poll for D1 softball is Central Florida, UCF Knights. For the NFCA, probably some notable ones. It's pretty up 1, down 1, or same. The most notable move would be Stanford dropping 5 and South Carolina dropping 4 in that poll. All the other raises are no more than 2 spots. So Virginia rose 2, Oregon rose 2, Oklahoma State rose 2, Arizona State rose 2. Grand Canyon rose 2. Nothing crazy changes wise. Alabama and Florida swapped spots on there. Alabama's now going to be 4 and Florida is going to be 5. New on the NFCA poll is also Central Florida. And then the third poll, which is Softball America, we're looking at a lot of static, no movements, but the biggest ones would probably be UCLA raising 3, going up to the 6th spot. We've got Florida dropping 2. We've got Grand Canyon raising 3. Penn State rising twice. We have 2 newcomers on that poll. UCF, Central Florida, so that's their 3rd. They are now in all 3 polls. And Washington makes its appearance in the Softball America poll. That is the only poll that they are in right now. This week's matchups, though, so with SEC starting this weekend, we're going to see some good matchups just through that. So we're going to cover some of the SEC ones. Number 1, Tennessee versus LSU. And LSU is really kind of riding in the middle of the polls right now. 19, 17, and 16. So they're right there in the middle. Strong team, really good program, very well coached. Excited to see how that goes. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Beating one team 3 times is difficult no matter how good you are. Playing in these 3-game series is going to be educational, that's for sure. Can Tennessee beat the same team 3 times in a row? The fact that they have a true pitching staff lends me to believe that they can, because they have a ridiculous ERA leading the nation. The key is going to be, can LSU's bats find a way to push runs across? And are LSU's pitchers and defense, are they strong enough to keep the Tennessee Vols at bay? So we're going to see. That's a 3-game series this weekend. Excited to track that. The next one we've got is Texas versus South Carolina. So another double-ranked matchup. Texas is 19-1, so they are really doing well. They're firing on all cylinders. South Carolina's been in the polls the entire season, so very interested to see if South Carolina can take a game, or can Texas take them 3 games in a row. That is the craziest part about conference, is facing the same opponent over and over again and seeing which team makes the best adjustments, which team can gather the information that it's going to take to be able to adjust game to game and be able to steal a game. That'll be a good one. Alabama is going to be playing Ole Miss this weekend. That's another good matchup. Another really fun one's going to be Georgia, Arkansas. Arkansas is on a tear right now, and Georgia as well. Arkansas is higher ranked, so we're going to see, but they've both been highly ranked. They've both been very competitive. Interested to see this one. Then we've got Oklahoma State is playing UCF, so that is going to be a good one. Then we've also got Virginia, North Carolina in the ACC. They, with North Carolina's getting votes, Virginia is just bumping up every single week. I swear. Virginia's playing really good ball right now. So let's see how that goes out. And then Arizona State's playing Utah, and Utah's 17-5. So they've got a really good record. But I think that Arizona State, with Kenzie Brown on the mound, I think they can beat a lot of teams. And we saw that on opening day against Oklahoma. She can keep them competitive. Now, she's been under the weather for a little while now, so hopefully she's feeling healthier and can provide good innings for them. So those are the matchups that I'm excited about this weekend. We will kind of track that, and then leading into the next weekend and two, we're going to have other conferences really kind of ramping up. We'll be tracking a lot more of those as we move forward. So I'm excited to see how things kind of progress. Anyways, that's it for this week's Talking Softball with Beach. Very excited to hear your thoughts on who do you think will be upset? Are one of our top 3 undefeated teams, are they going to stay undefeated, or are we going to see some movement? Anyways, thank you guys so much. I will see you next week. Talking Softball with Beach. Bye.
Sounds right.